Startup sequence initiated.
There's been more of scientific discovery, more of technical advancement and material progress in your lifetime and mine than in all the ages of history.
You're listening to Techify. New episode is online. Your hosts will materialize in 3, 2, 1.
Techify, episode 6, recorded on Cinco De Mayo, 2016. I'm Brent Copeland. I'm here with my good buddy.
Eric Fullerton here.
That's your name?
Cinco de Mayo.
I gotta take these glasses off. These are my readers.
Those are your tech glasses?
But they make me feel like, you ever see that movie with the dude?
The Big Lebowski?
The Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
His friend?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I look like his
you
friend.
do look like that. Yeah, that's true.
So I got to get racist and yell some crazy
He was in
stuff.
Nam. He fought in Nam.
I think so. They need some of our tech back there in Nam. Can you imagine if they had drones back then? Like, it would just freak them out that they'd just be like, here's my weapons. I don't know what those flying things were.
From the future.
The future. If only. Speaking of the future, in the future of this show, we're going to talk about a lot of things, from precious plastics to Cube World's OSIC, a new guitar, a way to exercise when you're not exercising.
When you're just sitting at the computer.
Or on the pot, even, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
If you have a desk in there, I think it could work. Things that do things to your skin. And then ebchi. Whatever ebchi is.
You'll find out here in this episode of Techify. But first, we got to run from the cops. Oh, it's a fire truck.
Oh my God, what's going on? That lasted a lot longer than I thought it would.
That's a
So
little strange.
Eric, the one thing I wanted to talk to you today about was plastic.
Okay. I like plastic.
But you see how much plastic it is. It's quite a problem. Because we have so much plastic across this world. And, like, what do you do with plastic?
Throw it in the trash.
Just throw it away. And then it gets thrown into other places. It's chemicals everywhere. And the thing is, to recycle plastic, it takes, or used to take, a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Big companies had their big machines to do it. Well, there's some people who started Project, or it's preciousPlastic.com, and they basically give you the templates how to build your own plastic recycling. And so you can take the plastic things and basically it grinds up your plastic into little plastic pieces, teaches you how to make molds and other ways to do plastic things. Yeah, to reuse it. So you can turn plastic waste into something valuable.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you can make like hats and like plastic shoes.
Maybe. If you make some. So I was like, this is awesome. Like, I want to make one of these. And I said, with our show, we should go and make our own plastic converter and then like make plastic stuff. Like, we can make little plastic figures of ourselves. So I went to the website and I downloaded their templates and I watched their video. And let's just say it's a lot more complicated than I thought.
Oh, yeah?
So I left it in the dock just because I kind of wanted to talk about, because I think there's some people out there that, obviously these people have like a machine shop and there's a lot of stuff they can do that the average Joe is going to need some help, friends, or buy some tools to do, because there's welding involved. And as soon as I hear welding, I'm like, well, I'm not going to go buy a welder's kit from Radio Shack and use it.
I don't think of welding when I think of plastic, though.
Right. Well, because these machines are big metal machines, and they're talking about going to get, engines, because you need a low power engine to basically make your grinder.
Okay.
But they basically give you the plans so you can give them to like a metal manufacturer shop that all they do is they take plans and they make little metal things for you, right?
Like a blacksmith?
I guess. Maybe a more modern version of a blacksmith. And so then you just give them the plans and they cut you out the piece in the metal, and then you take those pieces back and sand them and file them, and then you make like your grinder, and then you make like a thing to hold your grinder. But then you need like a low power engine. So you got to find that or buy it somewhere. So there's some stuff that they can do because I think where they are that isn't so easy for the average Joe, like, me.
Mm-hmm. The average Brent.
But I guess my question, after all that long spiel, is like, to be able to make like a bunch of plastic stuff and reuse plastic on your own, what's that worth? Like, how much would you spend to do that? Like, are we talking like, because I mean, let's be honest, like to do the printout stuff that you can do these days with like that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
3D
too
printing.
expensive to me, even though it's so cheap comparatively, right?
Right.
Like this day and age, it's still too expensive. Like I'm not going to go out and spend $500 to be able to, make a cup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go buy a plastic cup.
Right. Yeah.
So that's kind of how I feel about this. Like, what's that point at where it's cheap enough that it's like, oh, well, I'll go do this and make my own plastic this or that over going to Walmart. Not that we endorse Walmart unless they want to give us money to buy the little plastic doodad instead.
So I guess if there were schematics that you could download and put into some machine somewhere where all it did was collect plastic trash, like junk, or just plastic in general, right? Any kind of plastic.
Like the pieces?
Yeah.
Like that's what the grinder is. That's the first step. You make the grinder.
It needs to grind it and needs to, melt it and then form something and then spit it out. Basically, I don't care about the inner workings. All I care about is the ease of use, right? So I put in a schematic and I say, I want something simple. I want a plastic chair, okay? Like a lawn chair.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a cheap little plastic lawn chair. So
Big mold.
Yeah, so it's kind of big, you know.
Mold.
Okay, well, let's go smaller. I want
salt shaker. A plastic salt shaker.
A plastic fork.
Plastic fork.
There you go. I want a plastic fork.
Let's don't just say fork. Let's shoot for the stars. A plastic spork.
There you go. It's a spoon. It's a fork. Who knows? It's both. So all I have to do is once I've thrown enough plastic into this reservoir, it says, ding, ding, ding. Okay, you have enough for one fork. Actually, you have enough for 1.7 forks.
Right.
Do you want to make one fork? No, not yet. I keep throwing plastic in there all week long. And
you want a set. You're having
Sunday,
people over.
By Sunday, I see the little LCD readout thing, and it says, you can make 12.6 forks. And I go, go ahead and give me 12 forks. Click, hit the button, spits it out. That's the ease that I want.
Right. Well, and that's really cool. Like saying that, like to me, that's like thinking of the future. Like that's kind of how I think some of it will be, right? Instead of like taking your plastic, putting in your blue bin, putting it out front, someone coming and taking it away, and then them doing their. And I've worked at a recycling plant for 4 hours. It was half a day. And as soon as they said you can go to lunch, I skated. Like I did not work the rest of the day. Is not a pleasant. Milk jugs smell really bad, and when you got to go through like 100 of these things to like,
oh jeez.
Anyway, was not a fun job, and I'm a wuss apparently. So anyway, what I'm saying is, instead of them taking it, you would just basically have your little door where you throw your, like you said, it's your bin where you throw all your plastic in, and it's doing the grinding and the melting, and then you have a control panel somewhere where it's like, I need plastic screws, or I need plastic this, and it's just a whole thing of templates, and you just go, and it spits it out in the it's a Jetsons crap, right? It spits it out, and the robot. I think that's brilliant. So these people, preciousplastic.com, they need to take this one step further. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like they're going, like you can't just go find an engine. Right, because I'm done at that point. Like, where do I find an engine? They need to say, go buy a lawnmower from Walmart. Here's the thing. It costs this much. Take the motor off of it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you need to tell me like where
exactly
to get this
where to
crap.
find it. Yeah, yeah.
And then I can base like, okay, how much is this going to cost to make this machine? Or you know what? Sell the engines. Maybe too expensive.
Yeah.
But if they can take their idea and do it into almost like a franchisee thing where someone locally can build a business that builds these things for you to then put in your home or they install it, then I think we're moving. At this point, I think it's just an idea. It's like, so how do you take this idea into something that someone's going to actually do? So let me know.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what I know. Tweet me. Would you go watch this video? You can go to preciousplastic.com. Look at what it takes. Like, look at the first thing on how to build just the thing to destroy your plastic. Like, I'm thinking just pair of scissors and do this, but no, it's a heavy duty machine. Would you do it? Would you make this thing? And or would you not? Like, at what point would you make this? What do they need to do? Let's help them out.
Yeah.
Let us know. Tweet us, Techify Podcast.
I think it's great. I guess in closing, I have one last comment is that, when people recycle and you have that blue bin and you have to put all your glass in one of them, you put your plastic in one of them and
We just throw it all together.
Oh, you put them all together, let them sort it out. But like, there's always the thought of like, does this really is this really getting used for something like paper as well? You recycle paper.
Yeah.
Like, is this like what is it being used for? I know I've seen products that say used from recycled paper or recycled this and that, but this right here, this idea, instant results. Like there is no question. There's no politics. There's no nothing because there's a lot of scams that happen. Like, oh well, a lot of people say. Recycling actually doesn't
cost more money.
It costs more, and all it does is
it
gives different jobs to people.
That's a good point.
It's a whole nother market that has appeared with the notion that you're helping the planet when you're actually just creating this empire for a certain body of people. Anyway, so there's a lot of skeptics and stuff like that. I'm kind of in between. I don't know. I'm not really that concerned about it, but this shows me I can get those plastic sporks on Thursday.
If someone makes a mold for it.
I love it. Or a plastic gun. What people are making weapons out of this stuff.
So they're doing it out of the what is it? What is the machine where you print it out? Like you print
3D printer?
3D printers.
Yeah.
Like they have schematics to print out guns. Out of those.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not on the like mainstream stuff because they like pulled them.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a different story. But I was going to say, like, you touched on something that I heard this week that I thought was crazy. Like all these electric cars, like Tesla and all these electric cars coming out, that you save a lot of money on gas.
Right.
But that electricity that you're running off of has to be recharged somewhere.
Right.
And unless you're using a solar station, it's probably getting charged off coal. Is what they were saying. So in the end, when you think that you're using this super clean thing, you're really not. You're really burning coal, which is the dirtiest thing to burn, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird, like, we need Tesla to get those battery factories out that are run by the sun.
Yeah.
Kind of
or
thing.
hydro or
something
natural
clean,
energy, right? Not like burning fossil fuels.
So, but gas is so cheap right now. Just use gas. I mean,
like, can't you like taking like solar flares and turning that into energy, like radiation?
Something.
I don't know. There's probably a lot of cooler ways to.
Seems like we got a sun there. Can't we just like throw a big scoop in there?
A big
scoop some sun back.
Yeah, a little sun scoop.
Sun powered. We should do an Indiegogo for a sun powered car. It won't be solar powered. It'll be sun. No, we actually get sun from the sun and we put it into your car. Think we could make a lot of money and get thrown in jail for that one?
Yeah, probably both. Yeah.
Oh man! Speaking of getting thrown in jail, let's see what's going on with this next one that's called the Cube.
Yeah.
The world's most affordable smart light bulb.
So this is a tech starter. Dun, 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 tech starter. So these are the things that we found on Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and the like. Found some really cool stuff. This is one you found, right? Cube?
I thought you found it.
Or maybe I did.
I think you found all these.
Oh, did I? Okay.
I don't know.
Cube, the world's most affordable smart light bulb.
I remember seeing this and thinking, hey, I had this idea. Like, this was one of my ideas I had, because I was always pissed that all these light bulbs, that you had to buy this light bulb, and then you had, like, it's a $40 light bulb, and when it goes bad, I've got to buy another $40 light bulb.
Yeah.
Those days are over with the Cube, because basically this is, oh wait, is this, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Is this the one where you put the regular bulb or whatever bulb you want into the Cube?
See, this is, I thought, something maybe you added a while ago. So I use Philips Hue lights at home.
Right.
And what they're independent bulbs. Well, everybody probably knows what the Hue lights are, but if you don't, they're bulbs that fit into standard sockets, but they rely on a hub, a Wi-Fi hub.
Right.
To talk to your network, and then from there you can have different clients, like one on your phone, one on the PC. You can use if this then internet service. These Cube smart bulbs have some sort of Wi-Fi interface built into them. Am I right?
Yeah.
So that you don't need a hub.
Wow, this is a great show.
Well, see, I didn't think I added these on here, but
we added these so long ago. But
well, the bulbs are $19. So the thing is, like with Philips Hue bulbs, they're $60. And right now, I could only afford 3 of them. I bought the starter kit. I still love it. Like, I use it every day. I love it so much.
Right.
But since Philips Hue, there's been a lot of other ones. I know Lifx, Lifx, are a lot cheaper and brighter, and the colors are more brilliant. Our friend Chris uses those. The Hue kind of had some problems in the green spectrum as well as the yellow spectrum, and they're not like super bright. They're really great. They have a lot of support though. Their API is open, so you can create apps and stuff for it, and they're really cool. I like Philips Hue, but I think people are starting to figure out how to make these things and making them a lot cheper. So,
well, and I'm sorry to leave you kind of on your own there. You were doing great. Don't get me wrong. Because I'm kind of in the same boat with you. I use Wemo, which has the hub, and you plug it into like a socket, and then you can put these wherever in your house, and it talks to the socket, and then you can set up all the if, then that kind of stuff, right?
Yep.
I was actually looking for a different one that I saw last week. So sorry, we did these show notes like weeks ago. We've missed a couple of weeks. That's our fault. And in between that time, there's something cooler. And come back to next show because I will find it by then and put it. But okay, so my problem, like you said, these bulbs are like, that one's a cheap one and it's $19, right?
Yeah.
So, and then there's one that are, $40, $50 and on up. So the thing that I saw, and I'm going to find this for the next show, there's no bulb. It's just this part, right? This part with the brains.
All right.
Down here, you put in any socket, and then in that, you put in any bulb you want.
Oh.
It can be an old school bulb. It can be like a 1990s bulb. Long as it fits in a normal light socket, it can go in there.
Oh, okay.
So now, when your bulb dies, you can go out and buy a $2-3 LED bulb and replace it every time. So it's like, why aren't these like that?
Oh, so it's a socket extension.
It's basically a Wi-Fi socket,
right?
So you can plug anything. Heck, I've got some new things in my closet that are actually outlets that you plug into a light socket. So you turn your light socket into an outlet.
Oh, yeah.
So now you have a smart outlet with these things.
Right.
So you can plug anything and make it smart. You can plug me into it. And now I'm a smart bulb.
But, you might not be able to talk to specific...
like color functions?
Yeah, color functions and things, because that would be on a circuit board. You would need some sort of protocol. But if you're just putting a socket into a socket, then I think you probably only have control over, the power.
On and off and brightness.
Or dimness. Yeah.
And let's be honest, that's 90% of why you need these bulbs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, for me, I love the color. Like, the color is so fun.
But does every bulb in your house need to be colored?
No.
So
like
it's like you have your
kitchen.
Yeah.
They need to be white, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to see, like, you know,
right,
no
right,
fanciness
right.
going on.
And so, for $3 a bulb,
Yeah.
I'm going with the not to be racist, but I'm going with the white bulbs in the multiple. And do buy my color bulbs, or heck, if I like red, I'll just get a red bulb.
Right. Just get a red.
area.
It's on, off, or dim,
Whatever bulb I want.
True.
And I tried searching for this, but I couldn't find it.
Ooh. Next week.
Next week.
Or just take our word for it.
Yeah, just take our word for it. I hope you put this next one in here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the Osix, or the Osic X. This is the first 3D audio headphones calibrated to you.
What?
Okay, so this is these are headphones. It's all about 3D audio. So it has 4 drivers per ear or per channel, and they're all shooting into your ear at different angles. And each driver is able to put out an intensity or levels depending on your head tracking. So it tracks your head too. There's a sensor on there. So as you turn your head, you're getting audio that is specifically injected into different directions right into your ear. So with the magic of software and whatever else whatever magic they've put into these things, you're able to kind of, actually interact with audio in the real world, like as if it was really there,
Like
so
someone's right behind you.
Yeah, so if there's like a band playing right around you, like say a guitarist is sitting right in front of you in a chair, and the bassist is off to the left, and the drummer's to the right. As you turn your head, you really feel like you're there. I mean, like they've done this, with VR, right? You could sit in the middle and look around and see the band members and stuff, but you're not really doing anything with the audio there.
Right.
Except for maybe stereo panning or something like that. But this is some like new gen stuff here, and it's got a pretty hefty pledge here too. They wanted $100,000. They got $2.7 million.
Nice.
So there's a big community behind this, and so this is the kind of thing that you would want to watch a movie on your couch with headphones, listen to music on a train or whatever while you're walking around. I think this is a pretty cool idea, but again, this is one of those things that it's just like it's so new and so cool and so innovative that I'm just like, does this really work? I don't know. And there's a video of a guy actually using this with a Vive, the VR with the VR headset, in tandem with the 3D audio. So there's obviously a lot of really cool applications for this technology, but I think it's kind of pricey. I don't remember what the prices are. They're actually I have it right here. So it's $200 for the early bird, and it's all gone. So you have to pay $219 now. Actually, that's not really too bad for a set of headphones.
Yeah, I mean,
normally I pay about $100 or $110 for a good set. So
yeah, and if you're getting like some audiophile like Sennheisers or something, I mean, you're paying $300.
Yeah,
$400. So.
And this is 4 drivers per channel. That's 8 drivers in your ear. Like that's pretty awesome. So great for gaming. Really cool.
Right.
I dig it.
Awesome.
I dig it. The Osix.
You'll have to get us a pair, internet.
Yes.
So, and while you were doing that, I'm sorry I was a little silent. I found it. It's the Ember Light. Turn any light into a smart light. It's basically $50.
Ember Light.
So it's a little high end, but then you can put whatever light you want into it. So it's like in a year when they go, we figured out how to make sunlights.
Oh, yeah.
Where we grab sun from the sun and we put it in the light itself. You don't have to go, no, I have to retrofit my whole house.
Yeah.
You just screw it in.
Yeah.
Screw it in.
Screw it in, yeah. So I know you're excited about fake guitars.
Is this the Wii guitar?
This is the Me guitar.
The one thing I was excited about the Me guitar was the fact that it's a full shape guitar. It kind of looks swift.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind having a normal guitar like this. My problem is it's kind of a guitar for people who don't know how to play guitar.
Yeah.
Like at all. So it's like
they have trouble learning, or in the Kickstarter video, one of the girls was like, those metal strings really hurt your fingers. I was like laughing. I'm like, well, I guess so, but that's just part of playing guitar. You have to play it enough to build up calluses,
Yeah.
And people are like, and they gave some kind of statistic too in the video that was something, I forget what it was, but some low percentage of the population can actually play an instrument.
right.
So
This is my fear.
Huh.
You have unleashed Satan on the world with this item.
yeah.
So at first I was thinking, this isn't something I would want. Now I'm thinking this is actually going to destroy the culture of music and life itself. Because, see, here's the problem. And I was always fearful of this when, Rock Band came out, right? I was like, that's it. Rock Band, it's the end of music. We're done with bands.
Yeah.
As soon as they figure out how to actually use these guitars to play crap, they're just going to stand in front of people. And we did it. Well, I don't know if you did it, but there was Rock Band competitions where we played guitar and acted like we were playing a song in front of people. And now it's come to true. They've got a guitar. They don't need to know how to play a guitar. It's like learning a whole new instrument.
Yeah, it's a new instrument, and it sounds like it. Well, actually, I guess we haven't explained it.
That's weird.
For anybody watching on YouTube, our YouTube channel, Techify podcast. Is that our YouTube channel? Yeah. Anyway.
I don't even know if we have that name yet.
Anyway, so this is a guitar. It's shaped like a guitar. It looks like a guitar. There's a speaker on it.
Yeah.
Also, there's an output, auxiliary port, so you can hook it up to an amp. But the thing is, there's no strings. It's just a series of buttons.
Right.
All along the neck. There's tons of buttons. Where there's a fret, there's a button. So basically, you're just pushing a button wherever you want there to be a chord. And now you would have to kind of relearn the guitar, because how do I play a C major? I don't know. Figure out where the button is, right? And then you're strumming. So you're not strumming string. Actually, I think there are some nylon strings.
Yeah,
only
like
where
fake
you strum.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you're just holding a button down instead of holding the frets. Like you're not holding the strings to play whatever chord you want. So you can sit there and strum however your strumming pattern is, and it will digitally play these guitar samples. I don't know if there's fret noise, so you can't get that real slide kind of sound. You know what I mean?
Right. Because you're having to push, you're having to switch between the buttons. So it could do something digitally where it's like, okay, they went from here to here, so let's give it a little slide between the two.
But I mean, it would be a lot easier for someone to go and just push buttons for like a E major to D seventh diminished sharp. You know what I mean?
Why do they
some
need
really
so
complicated
many buttons? I think that's one of the other things I look at. And I'm like,
there's a lot of buttons.
You have a button for every note that is on a guitar.
Yeah, they didn't really go into how you play it.
Yeah, and it's like when you play a chord, you're using 3 of those on a guitar.
Yeah,
you're just doing a standard 3-note chord.
Right.
But on this one, to play a chord, you're holding one button.
Yeah.
So you really need 1/3 the less buttons, kind of.
Yeah, they teach you pretty well if you were to buy one. There's an app, I think, and there's lots of documentation and website and all this kind of stuff about there's popular songs and a notation that's specific to this instrument, meaning there's a number system and
fret number and string number.
Yeah,
basically.
so what button to push and when. And in a karaoke style, you can kind of play a song and learn it, and it pretty much sounds real. I mean, the guitar samples are good.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is there.
It doesn't sound stupid, but you're basically playing like a Guitar Hero kind of guitar. But there's a speaker in it, and there's batteries, so you can just sit out by the campfire and play some songs for your friends and
Yeah.
not have to worry about pesky metal wires messing up your nails.
Right, or skill. Either one.
Skill.
That pesky skill getting in the way of playing guitar. But yeah. So I don't know. Like, to me, it's like I don't know where I fall on it. Actually, I know where I fall. I already said it's bringing Satan to our world, so I kind of know where I fall on it. But I mean, that's my fear is like, don't get your kid one of these. Get your kid a guitar and a chord booklet or some lessons. Like, you get them this and you're not, they can't take this anywhere. The first person who goes and makes their stage career with a Me guitar is the first time you're going to see a news story where some irate old man comes up and stabs someone in the face. And that'll be me, because I'll be so upset that someone is actually out there like playing at a bar with one of these that I will go stab him in the face. Because it's just not, it's not a guitar.
And it's $400 or it's $350 right now.
I think I should change it to the magic industry that aims to make anyone a guitar zero, because it's not a guitar. I mean, this is a Casio piano.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to have, and I'll tell you what, like, I thought it was cool. It was a guitar, looked a lot like that. It was on, you probably saw it. I had it done at the studio, and it looked like this crazy space age guitar. It had a speaker in it.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And it was basically a Casio guitar. The thing was, you could do chords, and you could actually like where the crap was is where it was, and that's you.
I remember that.
So you could learn to play a guitar with it.
It's kind of like one of these, really.
It is
built in the '80s or something.
Yeah, this is like 20-year-old, 30-year-old tech.
Huh?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's weird.
But they just said, like, how can we make it more not like a guitar?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm sorry. If you're the people that made me, it's an awesome toy, but it's not a guitar. It looks cool. It sounds cool. If you don't, this is who this is for. If you're over 30 and you think that you can't teach old dogs new tricks and you never learned how to play guitar, this is for you. If you just want to sit out by your campfire, if you're camping at that age, and play guitar for people, and you like singing, this would probably be pretty cool for you, right?
Yeah.
If you want to learn guitar, go a different route. But if you just want to play, so okay, I will take it back. Just don't play this in a bar and like get tips, because you'll see me.
Oh, we're about to see this all over YouTube. Kids are going to get famous playing these things. You're going to get so angry.
Start my rock band next week. I can't even play my drums in the garage because people get angry. Turn this up louder and see what happens. Well, you know what? I'm going to work my anger out on some exercise stuff.
Hover.
Reinvented. Oh, I'm going to unconsciously burn more calories at work. So you put this in the doc.
Yeah. So this is you're sitting down at a computer for 8 hours a day. There was a study done that, you know, so sitting down, of course, is bad for your health. We're not, you know, designed to just sit for such a long time. So people thought, well, maybe we need like stand-up desks and we need to like stand every now and then. Well, it's better to stand, you know, for a little bit of time and then to sit back down, you know. But honestly, standing and being still isn't that much better than just sitting and
Is
being
it really
still.
not? Oh.
Well, you're not moving, you're not exercising,
true.
you're not doing anything. You're just standing, right? So with that philosophy, this whole product here is about sitting but still moving while you're sitting. And no, it's not like a treadmill under your desk, because at first I was like, is this just a treadmill and you're sitting and walking? This is some kind
Like
of
a
weird
swing.
Yeah, this is like a swing for your feet. It attaches to the underside of your desk, and it extends down, and you put your feet on this thing. Think about like a hammock for your desk, and you put your feet in it, and you basically kind of move around your. It sounds so stupid. You're moving and rocking your feet around, but But from the
Right.
video, everybody kind of says, it's balanced just right to where it's kind of fun. It's just kind of like a fidgety tool.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of fidget and kind of move your feet around as much as you want to. You could actually still be still with this thing, but the way that it's weighted and it's hanging kind of makes you kind of want to just move around a little bit. And it's a lot better for blood flow and muscles and everything like that than just completely being still.
I feel like I should have watched this video before I plunked down $44 on it.
So right before the show, Brent bought this thing.
And that's because I'm fat and I feel like, man, this thing looks like, and that's the thing at work. Like, I do that a lot. Like, I start fidgeting because my legs are just sitting there for, like you said. Like,
Yeah.
I've got an app called Human on my phone that alerts me and says, dude, you've been sitting here for an hour. Get up and do something.
Yeah.
And that'll trigger it a little bit. But to be able to, like, fidget and I don't know. I thought, okay, well, maybe it's not, $44.
It's kind of cool. Like, where else do you put your feet when you're sitting at a desk?
Oh.
A lot of times, like, I'll kind of curve it back. Like right now I'm sitting, I kind of curve them back and I put them onto the legs of the chair that I'm sitting on. And I kind of like move them around and fidget a little bit.
Right.
Sometimes they're planted firmly on the ground. Sometimes, I guess if you're sitting too long, you kind of stretch out and you kind of like lean back.
Yeah.
But that's really kind of like the three options you have. Some people sit on their feet, on their legs, but like that's kind of for like
Can't
skinny
do that.
people do that.
I'd break my ankle.
But this is just another option for you to like have your legs somewhere where it's free of movement and you can swing them around and move them around however you wish. So it's a cool idea and it's really not that expensive. What, $44 is what you pay?
And that's for the one that hooks onto the desk. The
Yeah.
stand one was a little bit more. And now seeing the stand, I almost kind of wish I'd gotten the stand.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know.
I think
I'll
the
let
hook
you
is
get the
cool.
stand. And then let me borrow the stand.
I'm definitely going to check yours out when you get it before I even think about putting money down.
Which is cool. We got a bunch of stuff, hopefully coming this month or next, that have been from Indiegogo that we'll be able to report back. Some earbud thingies, a USB connector, finally the Go key, which I'll probably just like, I don't know, shove
We
up
can
my
do some
butt.
like video reviews on those or something, you think?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll
That'd
do
be
it with
fun.
that new thing we were talking about.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's do that.
Um,
Because so far, like in Techify, we've been talking about all this cool stuff that we want to get, or maybe not. But like, finally, we're going to get a bunch of this stuff in
just
and look
takes
at it for
forever.
the first time. So yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. And I'll be able to do a better review, I think, on my bottle because I've been charging my smart bottle up. I hate that word, man. Have I given you my rant on smart items?
Yeah.
Man, like, what's up with that? Don't just throw USB things on something in a battery and go, it's smart. Look, smart cup. It's got USB. It's not smart.
It's got a light on it. Big deal. Well, the big trend I keep seeing in Indiegogo and Kickstarter is the world's first blah, blah, blah. Or the world's smartest blah, blah, blah. I was looking through a list the other day. Like 4 out of 5 titles started with the words the world's
First.
something.
The world, yeah.
Because it's either the first or the smartest. One or the other,
Yeah.
So,
Sure, the world's first smartest book.
well, let's move on to Tech It Up a Notch.
Take it up a notch.
Take it up a notch.
Take it up a notch.
So we're going to take it up a notch here with some crazy futuristic news happening right now. This is brand new technology that has just been announced. This is here we're going to talk about first is Skin Track. This is using the body as an electrical wave guide for continuous finger tracking on the skin. So basically, researchers at Carnegie Mellon University have developed a wearable technology that enables users to turn the skin on their lower arm into a touchpad, giving them a bigger surface to input information or commands to their smart watch. So there's a video kind of showing this off. So basically what you do is your finger, your pointer finger, you put a ring on it. Or whatever ring.
This is a special ring.
Yeah. So like right now the prototype's kind of an ugly, weird metal thing. But you have some sort of a ring or something around your finger. And then around your wrist you have a watch and it has 2 sensors on it. It has 2 basically two things that measure current electricity going through your skin. So through this ring, you're sending a current through your skin, and this watch is picking it up, and it's trying to figure out where your finger is touching on your skin relative to where the watch is.
Right.
So through this, you could do swiping motions, like you're swiping or you're scrolling through a list of maybe emails. You can draw on your arm or your hand, and that is relative to the screen. So if I draw, like, say, a smiley face on my hand, it will appear on my watch or my phone or whatever app you're interfacing with. So it's basically just providing a larger surface area
Right.
for you to draw or swipe or do any kind of gesture, I guess, that you want. So so this could open up a whole lot of really cool things for like incognito type communication. Say you're in school, right, and you want to like cheat or talk to a kid behind you, right? All you have to do is kind of swipe and do a number of things on your skin. You're not even holding anything, right? There's no phone in your hand, right?
Yeah.
And you're able to communicate or send data in some way through just simple gestures.
Yeah.
Like,
and this is an awesome
it's crazy.
start. I just feel like this is me being a jerk again. I don't know why. That's my job on this show, apparently, is to be a jerk. But I feel like this is going to involve tattoos. Like, I see them doing this stuff, and they've been working with it for a while, but they're like right where the dot is for the 8 and the 7 and the number for the keypad on their hand. I would forget, and I'd be like, and I'd be dialing the wrong damn thing. So now I'm going to have to get a tattoo of the numbers on my hand. So go, okay, there's my numbers.
oh yeah,
I mean, eventually,
permanent tattoo. Maybe draw it with an ink pen.
well, I think eventually what'll happen is
stickers.
there'll be on each side of that watch will be 2 little projectors, and they will project. Like, so it'll detect your hands over here. It turns on
Yeah.
that projector with the numbers.
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah.
other things, right? And you do. Same thing over here. Project a little keyboard.
Right.
Now you're typing, and then you probably have, like, at this point something. You're looking. You're doing like your sub. What do they call it? That was the big thing for a long time. People thought you'd be like, what was it, the sub? When you talk like under, like where you're not really, and it's detecting what you're saying by your guttural noises you're
I
making.
have no idea what you're talking
No,
about.
this was the big thing. This was going to be really big. So, like, because people think you're crazy when you're walking around with Bluetooth and talking to it, right?
Oh,
They're
right,
like,
right.
now you're used to it and you just think they're a-holes. So they were talking about, like, eventually what it'd be is you would be talking under your breath.
Oh, okay.
Like a low tone. So not everybody would hear you. Still look like a crazy. And now you're just making. Now it just looks like you're like chewing on something. Like, just like, what's wrong with you? So this is definitely a
yeah.
nice step forward. Like, I see projectors, so you know where to touch. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
you
the
need a
only thing
visual
I
guide.
see.
Yeah, there's
Like-
no visual guide.
Yeah, and maybe you'd get used to it after a while, but I'm a moron. We need stuff for morons. Okay, so that's really cool.
I
though.
can see that, and what we're talking about here is a technology that's being researched and developed. It's not a product.
Yeah, that's the other thing I gotta like think
there's
of.
no product here. So so it's a technology. So it
Speaking
could
of-
go a lot of different ways. And I
Right,
think a
right.
visual cue is
Probably
pretty
not
important.
The tattoos.
It's very
Probably
important.
not the tattoos, though. I think you're right
Tattoos
about
a little
that.
permanent.
Probably permanent tattoos, and they're like, "Oh man, you got the 8 in the wrong place." You're always going to remember.
Yeah. So anyway, look that up on YouTube. Do a search for Skin Track. One
That's
word,
really
no
cool.
spaces. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I'm glad you put that in here.
Another, the last Tech It Up a Notch tech thing here.
Purple
future
fabric.
technology. This is color changing threads. Might one day turn your t-shirt into a screen. So this is a technology they're calling EBB, E-B-B. And so basically it's they're threads. They're tiny little threads, like little tiny little wires that change colors depending on the current that is going through them. So there's electricity traveling through these, but
So is it
slowly
just
changing the
purple
color.
or light purple? Okay, okay. All right, see, now it's so far purple or white.
Yeah.
Does it, like, I haven't watched this. Does it turn like a completely different color?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're color changing. So you could have, say, a T-shirt with I don't know, a logo.
That's pretty ugly T-shirt right there, though.
You could have
watching the video. Sorry.
You could have a T-shirt with an offensive slogan on it, right? And you go to school, and then when a teacher comes in, you hit a button, and it goes blank.
It gives the answer to your friend behind you,
right? Or say you go to a Trump rally, and your shirt says Trump. And you can just switch it to Bernie whenever you want to.
Feel the burn.
Wouldn't that be weird? Like, you could literally do anything. So other than just cosmetic, you could obviously like change your entire clothes to be like camouflage or to blend in wherever you are. But it also could be a screen, right? Like, you could have a clock, you could have whatever you want to. And if you merge skin track, you could possibly even draw on your hand, and it would appear on your shirt or your jacket.
Oh.
Right? You could have art, you could have graffiti, you could have a movie playing on your skin. I mean, not your skin, your clothes, right? Yeah. But it is individual threads that are changing colors. So I don't know how you would use those to be like individual pixels. I guess it's all about weaving.
You would have to weave it in a way that you're basically having pixels in those.
But the entire
points.
wire changes colors. The entire thread, so not
Right.
just part of it. So that might be tricky. But this is also just an emerging tech. There's no product that I know of that uses this.
Right, but say you come to work and Bill's got the same blue shirt that you have on, and you can't have the same blue shirt, so you just
Boom,
you
I'm
use
green.
your skin touch and your tattoos that say purple shirt, and now you got a purple shirt. And whoever, I forget the name I use, but Don or whoever with his blue shirt now isn't like, hey, I see you got the memo today. You don't have to deal with that stupid joke,
Right.
That's a good.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That technology's EBB, ebb. I don't really know.
Flow,
what that,
like ebb flow.
Yeah,
like
I guess so, huh?
Ebb and flow.
Interesting.
Ebb
Ebb.
and flow.
Yeah.
Ebb flow.
Ebb flow.
Ebb
Ebb.
and flow. Are you wondering like when I'm going to quit saying that word?
Just kind of thinking
Ebb.
that, yeah.
Ebb flow. Maybe they can make a guitar out of it so you know which chords to press at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Maybe so.
With your string, because the strings would change colors, right? Use this string, it turns green. Ding, ding, ding.
Or
And all
knit
the other
pat-
ones turn red. Right? So ding, ding, ding. Now you know to play this string. Ding, ding, ding. No, play the other string. Oh, that turned red. The other one turned green. Doot, 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 doot.
I think so. I think you're on to something.
I'm trying to think of things that have threads in it that like you could the whole thread like that.
Well, I don't know. CPUs are multi-threaded. Hey-oh!
Shutdown sequence initiated. Thank you for listening to another episode of Techify,
Oh no! Oh yes, but that's incredible!
a podcast brought to you by Large Marge Media. We hope you will join us again next week. Goodbye.